Hello! Hey, hey, hey! I didn't get ready for stream today. Alright. For some reason, AFK Journey music is not working. I don't know. Did it work? Wait a second. I don't see any chat right now. Okay, Starybot is here. That's a good sign. Starybot said, "What do you call a fat psychic? A fortune teller. LOL. Me. Welcome in, Lemon. You know, I heard this song like literally last night. It's called Missing Piece. I like it. How's the lady of the realm today? Welcome in, Lemon. And I'm doing pretty good. Except I got like a cut on the back of my head. I don't know how it happened. So I had to put like Neosporin and it's now in my hair because, you know, when it's like on your head where your hair is, it's kind of like you can't avoid it getting in your hair. So it's kind of awful, but it's alright. Maybe it'll be good for my hair. Oh, you shouldn't cut your head. I know, I'm trying not to. But to be fair, I'm just like a fairly fragile individual. I guess because I'm clumsy, you know? So I also have like a random bruise on my arm. I don't know how that happened. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Oh, you. And welcome in, Otaku. Otaku, it was your birthday on September, right? Like, well, I didn't say that right, but your birthday is on the 7th? Maybe you did something to yourself while you were sleeping? Probably. That's the only thing I can really think of. Alright, I'm just opening chat on my screen. Oh, okay, so I did verify that it's working on Twitch. I mean, to be fair, Lemon and Otaku are on Twitch. But I guess the real ticket is to know if people are on YouTube. Which is a little bit interesting because I didn't see botrics. So there could be people on YouTube and it just didn't tell me. I'm gonna just throw hello and see if that pops up on Ant Chat. Yes, it did! Okay, we're all good to go. I kind of want to stall just a teeny bit longer. And welcome in, Dime! For anyone who doesn't know, Symphostar, I don't know, that's Dime. Have you guys seen the movie The Shining? The back of my head is itchy. But that's because of the cut. What about it? It was just a random thought because Dime's name in Ant Chat right now has The Shining in it. I think we're gonna... I don't want to start until Wilden is here. Oh, and for some reason, there's no logo on my AFK Journey right now. It used to be free Ren, but now it's straight up nothing. So I did all of the dailies already. Do 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 of me. Ooh. I actually feel like I'm becoming a bigger Arendor fan. Oh my gosh, my head is so itchy. But then YouTube and Google did a thing. Yeah, mine too. I wonder why they did that. Does someone else have Dime as their, or not Dime, Symphostar? And that's why you can't be Symphostar? I don't know. Alright. Ooh, I don't want to get started until Wilden is here. Because Wilden really wanted me to investigate this guy, Jervin. So do you have a theory? Do you think Jervin used Kazim? Because that's the only like logical thought process I can be here. Because we know that it wasn't, at least I'm 90% sure that the person that he used was in fact not Sylvan. I don't think it's Sylvan, but the only other person could be like Kazim, who is controlled by Orion, basically. Beep boop. My old account, I didn't reclaim after the merger, I see. I didn't know you could reclaim. Me. I guess we'll go ahead and get started, even though I wanted to wait. So we have to investigate Jervin. So I guess last time where we left off, we learned that Jervin got his legs back, right? So he is actually able to walk. And the reason why he is able to walk again is because of bad dealings with the Adamant Syndicate, which his family, House Hastings, had strong ties in. So basically his whole family are criminals. And even leads back to the whole debacle back in South Orin. But now he's able to walk again. And basically for this to work, if you remember the curse that Orion used with Kazim only worked because he was blood relatives with Kazim. So Prince Orion and Kazim were related, which is why it worked. However, Jervin doesn't have a secret family member. So we're trying to figure out how he's able to get, like, how he's also able to get his legs back using the same dark magic. Now, we know that Sia is a court mage, or was a court mage. So he also has, like, strong abilities, and he could have somehow changed the curse effect. So somebody willing gave their legs to him, basically. So we're trying to figure out who that is. When they first did it, you had to log into the account and reconnect it. I see. That's so weird. To be fair, that was years ago, and I don't even know what I was doing back then. Like, I don't think I cared that much. But I think if I could go back in time, I would care more. If Jervin's testimony is true, since this is a high-level version of the flesh binding curse, there should be a special connection, similar to the one between Orion and Kazim. But what you sense is different. The magic around Jervin's leg forms a closed loop, leading back into himself. There's no victim. The only victim is yourself. What Jervin tried to hide wasn't someone else's suffering, but the truth of the cost itself. What? It's draining his own life and magic. Bro, why would you do that? But I can't really be mad. Like, if he got functioning legs based on his own life force, like, yeah, you're shortening your lifespan, and I don't like it. By the way, I just gotta say, I don't like it. Your body is perfect and fine as it is. But if he has to hurt someone, it should be himself, so I'm not really upset about it. I love DBD, unfortunately. LOL, why unfortunately? I'm on a 7 win streak on Killer. Hey, congrats. Who do you main, Zaki? Or are you doing 7 different killers? That's not fair. It's his own decision. Right. If he's hurting himself, it's like smoking. I don't like smoking, but I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to smoke, that's up to you. Because the game is for degens, LOL. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of great people on DBD, including you, Zeki. It's draining its own life and magic. But he doesn't seem any different. He traded his lifespan for his legs. He's borrowing from his own future. So what? I can stand again. That's all that matters. That is very strange, but okay. My main is the unknown. I love Unknown. He's so cute. I love him. Have you seen my dog? But the win streak was a mix of killers fair. I actually really love Unknown. I think I think his concept is cool, and I think he's fun. So what? I can stand again. That's all that matters. If that's your choice, you'll regret this. I'm not here to judge. I'm gonna say if that's your choice, because honestly, while I don't agree with it, I'm not mad at it. I understand the cost. What matters now is something else entirely. Where the ritual was performed and how it was carried out. I have nothing to say. He's not budging. Clearly, the location is a secret he's determined to keep. But what he doesn't know is that you have already discovered the special secret room. You just couldn't get in. You really think that no one's found the place, or that no one can get in? It's in Sia's office, inside the book on the desk. I would be mad. I hate smokers, or rather the pastime of such. I actually understand what he did more than smoking, while it's similar, because smoking actually does hurt people. Because of the smoke, it can enter other people's lungs too. But I'm trying to think of like something that's equivalent. Basically, I guess it's like that one surgery where you can break your legs to reform them again to make you a little bit taller. So you can break the bone, stretch it, and then... Or like eye changing surgery, like the eye color changing surgery, the iris surgery. While I hate it, if it improves someone's life and they're willing to take that risk, I don't agree. I don't agree, by the way. I just don't agree. I think your eyes are beautiful as they are, and your height is just fine as you are. But some people go through surgery just to change their iris color or to extend to make themselves look taller. If it's only hurting you. You know what I mean? Like, it's hurting your wallet and it's hurting, like, you. I wouldn't say this is a good equivalent. I'm just trying to, like, explain it, basically. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I have no issue with Jervin using black magic to fix his legs at the cost of his life. Do I really agree with it? No. But I can understand where he's coming from, and I don't think he should be punished for that, personally. Like, he's only hurting himself. But this is important to him, and he believes it can improve the quality of his life, so who am I to say anything? So you already knew. Then everything earlier was just... Were you just playing with me? A better scenario would be curing a disability of some such. But what way is there to cure a disability? That's not just all good. You know what I mean? When I tell my friends that the unknown is cute, they think I'm weird and he's the ugliest thing ever, but man, do I love that killer. I love Unknown. I think he's adorable. Have you seen my dog? He's so funny for that. In fact, all of his talking is hilarious. In fact, there are very few killers that I don't like. I'm trying to think. Maybe like twins. While I like their story, I don't think the execution is the best. Maybe like Vecna. I'm not really a fan of Vecna, if I'm being honest. No, it was a theory. Your reaction just confirmed it. Jervin Hastings, since the location has been confirmed, nothing more needs to be said. By order of Her Majesty, you are to be escorted to the Arcane Affairs Office to assist in opening Sia's illegal chamber. Come with us. It seems I have no right to say no. Let's go. What about Freddy? Freddy Fazbear. What about Freddy Fazbear? Merlin, you've brought... Jervin. Ooh, bad timing. Bad timing. This is awful timing. This is so awkward now. Vecna has literally the best perk lineup, and he does take one spot in your 7-win streak. Really? Isn't that a killer? Oh yeah, Freddy Fazbear. Wait. Yeah, he is. No, he's not Freddy Fazbear. It's Springtrap. So Springtrap is the person stuck inside the suit. The golden suit. And it's Golden Bonnie anyway. So it's not the same, but close. From Freddy Fazbear. Build up my machine, you die tonight. I'm glad that they did that too, because as someone who really loves the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's, I cannot see any of the animatronics except for Springtrap being a killer, because he was the killer. Like OG. Like if you've played, I think Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I think is when we talk about the story. But basically the killer, the purple guy, jumps into the suit because he's running away from the ghosts of the kids that he killed. I know it's wild, but he's running away from the ghosts, and then he jumps in the Springtrap suit, but the Springtrap suit is unstable. So he is a killer. And then the Springtrap suit is unstable, and all of these, like, pins and wires and stuff, like, basically kill him. Like, I don't know how to say that any other way, but he dies. And then his soul is trapped in the Springtrap animatronic. Freddy would be interesting, but I don't agree with him, because Freddy is just a victim. Everybody else is a victim. What's her... I keep thinking of her name as Charlotte, but it's Puppet. Puppet's a victim. Bonnie's a victim. Everybody's a victim. I think Ennard would have been cool. I love that guy. He's so underrated. Oh, yeah. That would have been fun. But yeah, Springtrap makes the most sense. Right. Springtrap is the really only logical choice. Everybody else is kind of like a victim. Even if I think of, like, Sister Location, there's nobody else. I mean, we could have done, like, Security Breach, but it's questionable. I think they did good with just Springtrap. Yeah, it could work. But honestly, since we already have Springtrap, it should probably be like a skin or something. You know how, like, we have, like, the Attack on Titan skins that are drastically changing all of them? I think that would have been better. Well, my favorite animatronic ever is Funtime Freddy. Funtime Freddy is a very nice animatronic. If I had to say who my favorite is, does Puppet count as an animatronic? I think Puppet does count. But I love Puppet a lot. If I had to say one with, like, endoskeleton and everything, let me think. Maybe Bonnie? Oh, Foxy! Foxy! I love Foxy. Well, they kill in different ways. Yeah. But, like, that made as much sense as Kaneki in DVD. Like, yeah, technically he did some killing, but... Okay, well, there's some in-lore reasons. There's in-lore reasons. Okay, I guess they could have done the same thing. I guess, now that you say that, Dime, I guess it would make sense to have the others. Because the reason Kaneki is killing in Dead by Daylight is not because he's evil, but because the entity... I don't know if you've read it, but basically the lore is saying that, like, Kaneki doesn't see the survivors. He doesn't know that he's hurting regular people. He thinks he's fighting, like, other demons and stuff because the entity, like, messed up his mind, basically. And some killers are like that. So that they don't kill for the fun of it. They think that they're fighting someone else. So that's why they do it. Some people do take pleasure in it, though. Like, I think Springtrap was one of the people that genuinely is in the fog. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul guy. Funtime Freddy is goated and voiced by my goat, Kellen Goff. I don't know who that is, but shout out to them. Jervin, I should have mentioned earlier, due to the current workload, Sylvan's been assigned to assist Cassidy as an apprentice mage. And since you've been cooperative, I'll give you a few minutes to catch up with your old classmates. Do not do that, Evie. Do not do that. These three people have nothing to say to each other. This is incredibly awkward. William is straight up a serial killer, absolutely. And also, he's horrible because it would be one thing if his victims were adults, but they were literally children. Like, actual children. And I think one of them, Sister Location, was his own child. So, like, what's wrong with you? Like, genuinely, what is wrong with you? So, no, I am not a William fan at all. Like, at all. I think he's genuinely, like, the worst character. That was an accident, was it? And since you've been cooperative, but you can't even explain it. Like, even if you accidentally killed your child, why are you stuffing them in an animatronic? And then, if it was such an accident, why did you continue to do it? Why didn't you just give them a proper burial and mourn them in other ways, even if it was an accident? But still, there are so many things. There are so many things that just don't make sense after that. I'll give you a few minutes to catch up with your old classmate. No need. I have nothing to say to a champion of justice. Who said that? After all this time, that's how you treat a friend? A friend? You still view him as a friend? That's crazy. If Jervin did to me what he did to Sylvan, I would not consider him a friend. Maybe? I'm trying to think, like... I'm trying to think if I would forgive him. Once again, it's Remnant. She became infused with Baby. Can I say the hottest take? Wesker should not be a DBD killer at all. That's crazy, Lucky. That is definitely a hot take. Sure, he's fun and he's literally just a guy running around with a knife. But what do you mean? Because not Dead by Daylight. Resident Evil, he genuinely was a killer though. Okay. But like, yeah. To me, it makes sense because he was also a big figure in in Resident Evil. After all this time, that's how you treat a friend. Oh, and what were you expecting? Should I act pitiful just so you can indulge in your sense of heroism? Will you offer me your sympathy? Stop saying that. I've been worried about you. Spare me your concern. In the end, a criminal like me and a noble family knight like you were never truly friends. He didn't have to say it like that. He didn't have to say it like that. I wonder if Jervin is just saying this to, like, make Sylvan hate him on purpose. Like, I wonder if he's just doing this as, like, his own... What do you mean? You know when, like, someone feels exceedingly guilty and they'll just lie to you? Like, for example, if you know... Sometimes this happens. At least in dramas. I don't know if it happens IRL. But, like, But... some person, like, for example, if someone was dying of a fatal illness, then they'll tell their loved one, like, oh, like, I hate you, I don't want anything to do with you, so that the loved one will be like, well, man, I don't want you either. And then they can just die and it won't affect them. It's a really weird way of thinking, but I think that actually happens to some people. Sure, man, but he's just a dude. I don't care if you kill people. It just doesn't fit in the roster. I feel you, but a lot of people were just dudes. Like, Bubba is just a dude, right? Like, what was it? Texas Chainsaw Massacre? He's basically just a dude. Right? Like, a deformed dude, but he's still a dude. And then, like, Huntress? Is that her name? Huntress is also just a lady, basically. Just with a bunny mask. Wraith, okay. Like, Wraith is, like, magical. Nurse is kind of magical. Hag is magical. Michael Myers is just a dude too. Debatably. Freddy, he's magical dude. Well then, welcome in. You just finished showering? Nice. Maybe I'm the one who's nuts. He's less of a killer and more of a scientist. He's trying to figure out the extent of evolution. But at some point, it's not okay. You know what I mean? Like, you're just trying to figure out the extent of evolution it's like Jurassic Park, you know what I mean? Like, you are hurting people for the sake of science. Like, there's so many times, like, human experimentation is not okay. You know what I mean? Like I don't agree with it. Is it called eugenics? Define eugenics. I don't think I'm thinking of the right word. It's not eugenics that I'm thinking of. It's something else. But, like, I just don't agree with any type of human experimentation. But his goal isn't to kill. Killing is just a byproduct of his actions. I think it's just as terrible. To me, you're still a killer. Because the end result is murder. You know? I guess you can count it as something else, maybe like manslaughter. I think manslaughter is accidental, but still, it was your direct action that caused it, whether that's what you wanted or not. In the end, a criminal like me and a noble family knight like you were never truly friends. Don't say that. Sylvan has always considered you a friend. It is, but I'm being technical. Fair. I don't need that. Liar. You've never told the truth. Not back then and not now. You fooled me once. I believed you. I believed you didn't care about the rumors, that you could face everything calmly. But I won't be fooled again. Jervin, you're a coward. Ooh. Say whatever you like. Magister Merlin, did you bring me here for a boring class reunion? Because if so, I'd rather head back to my room. I need you to help open the hidden chamber. He knows how to open it? He's been inside. You briefly explained Jervin has been inside that space and he practiced the same dark magic performed there. Jervin needs to be separated from a toxic family. My mother died at half a century. Thank goodness Lily May was spared. Literally. Honestly, I'm kind of torn about Jervin because, and honestly Orion at the same time. Do I agree with either of their decisions? No. But I feel bad, one, because Orion felt like he needed to hide who he was because his actual biological family wasn't who he thought they were. So I can kind of get it, but still, this whole rampage because of that does not make sense. And then Jervin, he was raised in like a criminal family. So I didn't realize that the first time I judged him because I was like, oh, he threw away everything. But at the same time, they're criminals, so they would want him to be a criminal too. So that part, the only problem he did was get caught, basically. That's the only real problem. So I still don't agree with him, but I guess I do pity him, I guess. DBD is full of malicious entities and killers, and Wesker doesn't really fall into those categories. I see what you're saying, Dime. I see what you're saying, because... But, like, Kaneki doesn't fit either. If you're looking at it that, because Kaneki is not a malicious killer. He's literally being brainwashed by the entity to fight the... And then so many people, they don't agree with it either. Like, Nurse... She literally like she wants to help people. So she feels bothered by fighting the, not everybody in DBD is malicious. Even Hag, she's not, it depends. Her lore changes depending on which one you watched. But basically her thing is that her family was like witches and stuff. And then like her family got, basically like her grandma taught her magic and stuff. And then there was like a whole debacle. So either she got killed by like cannibals. It was a hot mess. But Hag isn't evil either. Sometimes. Depending on which version of the lore you read. Wesker. I'm not Wesker. Rafe. I don't think he's malicious either. In fact, the reason he got killed in the first place was because he noticed a dead body and then felt bad about it, basically. So there's... If we remove Wesker because he doesn't fit the roster, then we'd have to remove a lot of people, including Kaneki. Even, what's her name? Skull Merchant? I think it's Andrea, right? She would have to be removed too, because who even is she? You know what I mean? Like, to be fair, I don't think anybody would cry if she was removed. Charlotte from the twins, they're not malicious killers either. Charlotte wasn't even chosen by the entity. The person who was chosen by the entity was Victor, her brother. And then Charlotte went with him. Sadako? Sadako is kind of a malicious killer. I love her though. Like, I love her. And hello, James! Happy last day of August! Happy last day of August to you too! As the banlist video I've done is apparently in the Fusion Cup once I finish. Nice. Disagree with their wrongdoing. Give them information to alternative like Fedor. I want to see him fighting for South Lauren. Yes. So the difference between Jervin and Fedor was Fedor really fought. He was following... So one, he's a subordinate of the queen. So he has to follow the queen's orders. Or it could be very dangerous for him. And then two, he lived like Indris before. And he saw what happened in a bad way, and they had no real alternative solution to the divine dew dilemma. So it was either get the dragon egg essence from the dragon eggs and then what's it called, delay the curse, or not do it and then like not do the right thing and not use it, but then that would cause everybody to turn into those monsters. So Fedor had more of a reason to be technically evil than Jervin did. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Jervin had a horrible family who is a criminal family. So he felt pressured to be in the criminal life. The only thing is, should I feel bad about that? Or should I not? Because now that I'm thinking about it, there's also other characters in media like Singh, for example, where I think he was a gorilla. His whole family was criminals. Like his whole family, like his dad was a criminal. So, and he didn't want to do that criminal lifestyle. And then he actually fought to change it. But Jervin didn't do that. he kind of fell into it. But at some point, no, I do pity him, because sometimes you don't act because you're afraid. And the person that you should be afraid of, the most afraid of, typically are your own family members. Like the same people who should be, like the people who help you or should be helping you. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it, but basically the people he should have trusted were untrustworthy. So he wasn't set up for success. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to fight against that because that's all you knew. Called by the Graves Band, Dracotail... Called by band? Oh no, James! Dracotail Mululu... Oh no, Dracotail! Oh! to 2. And Tearlaments to 3. Oh, okay. Interesting. You briefly explained Jervin has been inside that space and practiced the same dark magic performed here. I'm not promising it'll work. If you help us open the chamber and get the truth, I'll submit a report to the court recommending a lighter sentence. Fine, take me there first. I'm coming too. Why? For all we know, he's not trying to make amends. He might be planning to escape or destroy evidence. I'll keep an eye on him. Suit yourself. This is so messy. It's so messy. We're in. It looks cool, though. Why am I reminded of the time when we were watching Elo, and they had to, like, rearrange all the books in the library, and now I'm looking at these books, and I'm like, we need to sort them. We can't force them to do the right things or things, but that's their choice. We just offer an alternative to take or throw out. And if they throw it out, they go to jail. And I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can never know what it's like. Your blood like a winter freezes. What is Sylvan doing? Just like ice, if there's a cold, lonely light that shines from you, you wind up like the wreck you hide. What is he doing? Genuinely, he's just like floating around there by himself. I'm trying to open this water. That's why I paused. Hold on. I don't know why this is so hard to open. Okay. This is a massive study. Forcibly carved out by spatial magic. A dark ritual circle is spread across the floor. This is reminding me of the time with the... What is it called? Is it arch... what's the word that we used here? It wasn't Archduke, because that was what Princess Yolena's dad was. But who was the... like, the priest guy? I forgot what his name was. Norvik? No, I don't think so. But whatever, I forgot his name. The walls are hidden behind towering shelves crammed with notes, scrolls, and unlabeled specimen jars. In the center of a room, a long workbench is cluttered with experimental equipment and unfinished manuscripts. So this is Sia's hidden chamber. I can't believe he managed to hide an illegal space right under the Arcana Affairs office nose. I have hiccups. Will you need a paper bag? Skeletons of envy are here. You may not want to know them, LOL. Let's split up and investigate. Somebody watch Jervin. I guess Sylvan. I'll check the bookshelves. I need to find the paper trail between him and the Adamant Syndicate. I'll examine the research equipment and see if there are any dangerous, forbidden magical items. If everyone's investigating, then I'll keep an eye on Jervin. This is going to be so awkward. Suit yourself. I'm not going anywhere. Good, let's get to work. I'll look for anything related to dark magic. So I think Sia needs to... Oh, for a second I thought this was a giant book. I was about to be like, that's amazing. But I think Sia needs to take advice from Arendor on how to decorate. Because he has like a good setup going. You know what I mean? Like a whole little spatial cavern. That's cool. And like the bookshelves, I just feel like it's lacking. I just feel like it's lacking a little something something, you know? External collaboration memorandum? I don't know what that says. Memorandum? Client, House GC. Advanced Curse offer. Advanced Curse Scrolls, 5. Magic Dark magic crystals, 10. Living ice hypothene blood samples, 4. Request. Appointment of a family member to the Arcane Affairs Office. Transaction status completed. Supplies have been put to use. Reference number BG259. Client. House H. Offer. Sacrocore, a family heirloom, and magical artifact. Request. Special dark magic spell. Transaction status completed. Reference number BG371. Client, Viper. Offer. Secure the indefinite detention of the and block any proposal to reopen the investigation into Emerson's death. Request. Life essence, 2 vials for anti-aging purposes. Side effects undisclosed. Transaction status ongoing. The next potion delivery is scheduled for early October. Good night. Oh, thank you so much, Lucky. Thank you so much for coming in. Have sweet dreams. Well, I'm gonna go sleep and dream about my wife, the unknown. Ay. I hope you have a, I hope you have a happy honeymoon. See ya, the seat of envy skeletons, literally. And honestly, it fits him so well because his envy is ridiculous. If this was me, I would move on. Like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay to feel upset, and it's normal to sometimes feel envy. Like, it's normal to want things you can't have sometimes. And then you move on. You know what I mean? But Thea was stuck in his past grief from, like, college. And I'm like, that's embarrassing, sir. Like, can you please? Forbidden items, rare materials, political favors. Thea had turned the entire royal courtroom into his personal marketplace. You pass the evidence to Evie before turning your attention elsewhere. She can deal with the politics. Your concern is the magic itself. I feel so sorry about Evie, too. I misjudged her before. So, this is my personal apology to Evie. Evolution of Dark Magic, Phase 1. Fleshbinding Curse, Initial Form. Flaw. Can only be used between direct blood relatives, and the caster faces an immense risk of backlash. Evolution. Primitive, inefficient, and overly restrictive. Phase 2. Dark Transfer, Advanced Form. Breakthrough. Can now be used beyond direct blood relatives. Flaw. The recipient must still willingly accept the repercussions. Phase 3. Dark Extraction, Perfected Form. I like how it says willingly in parentheses. Not parentheses. What are these quotation marks? It makes me think, like, does, like, duress work? They hold a gun to your head. Agree! Does that work? Phase 3. Dark Extraction, Perfected Form. The third phase of research is nearing completion. Unlike the previous 2 phases, the spell can now extract power without consent. Oof. No magical pact or consent is required. Once certain conditions are met, the recipient can forcibly transfer the repercussions and curse to a third party while stripping them of their power. That's horrible. First experiment. Emerson! The death of Emerson. Ooh, this is... Ooh. I am uncomfortable. I would like a treehouse for a substitute of a castle room. Honestly, valid. If I could genuinely live in a treehouse, I would probably do so. Like, I love the trees. I love nature. But I need all the amenities. You know what I mean? Like, 1, I need Wi-Fi. 2, I need a working restroom. And that's pretty much all I need, low-key. I could sleep in a hammock. That'd be lit. I was thinking about buying a hammock. Just because I want one again. Because I had one when I was younger, but I haven't had one in years. Subject X, Emerson. Result, successful. Procedure. Despite X's fierce resistance, the extraction was still successful. His mana was forcibly removed, draining his life force in an instant. His death was disguised as magical backlash. No one suspected a thing. That's horrible. I'm sorry, Emerson. Wait, Emerson. Why does that sound familiar? Is he a Graveborn? Is he a Graveborn now? Ultimate test. Subject M. M meets every criterion for an ideal subject, from exceptionally pure mana circuits to an extraordinary resilient soul. The only obstacles are the subject's immense mana reserves and exceptional mental fortitude. Who's M? Do we know any other M's? Because I'm trying to think. Sylvan, Peppa, Jervin. That's not M. Arendor, Evie, Merlin? Shoot, I don't know why it took me so long to even think of M. Being Merlin. Why did it take me so long to think of Merlin? For ideal subject, from pure mana to resilient soul, the only obstacles are the immense mana reserves and exceptional mental. That could be Merlin. Solution: construct an there's no result. Construct an ultra advanced empowerment magic circle and lure M into its core. This will suppress the flow of M's mana, making the extraction much easier. Progress 80% complete. The core runes have yet to be completed. Status: cannot be activated yet. Oh no, not M! I feel bad for Emerson. Like, we need to figure out what happened to Emerson, because I'm feeling awful. Because, like, their whole, like, wasn't even their death, like, fabricated? I feel like that's the first page. I accidentally tabbed out. Hold on. Emerson? No, it wasn't this page. It was, like, another one. As you finish reading, a cold shiver traces down your spine. You find yourself looking at the center of the room. That massive ritual circle. It was built for one final victim. That's awful. Could you imagine, like, you found your, like, murder location? Like, basically, you stopped a serial killer, and then you went into their chambers to, like, investigate stuff, and you find out that you were the victim that they were planning next. Test subject database. Category 1, PJ07. Objective: confinement and psychological interference. That is awful. Subjects O and K. Sia is just so creepy. Like, he's awful. If I needed to live elsewhere as a prince, yes, the treehouse. Treehouse would be nice. That's until birds take over the house. Oh no, not him. Yeah, I don't mind the birds. Like, let me in. Like, I would personally, it depends on the kind of bird, but if, like, a chickadee flew in my room, I'd be cool with that. If a hummingbird flew in my room, I'd be cool with that. If an owl wasn't trying to kill me and flew into my room, I'd love that. Hawk, eagle, all good, as long as they're not, like, killer. You know, like, because I don't really have an issue with animals. It's only when they're hostile that I have an issue. In fact, if a crow just hopped into my room, I'd love that. Or a raven or something, like, please. They communicate back. Like, doesn't the raven actually talk? Like, hello, like, literal human speech sometimes. Category 2, PJ02. Objective: recipient, willpower, and restoration. Note: the caster refused to proceed with the procedure. What a foolish act of mercy. The spell will devour the caster instead, significantly shortening their lifespan. Discontinued. Well, thank you. Good thing that they didn't want to continue with it. Category 3, PJ02. 03, I mean. Samples destroyed. File closed. These experiments clearly revolve around dark magic, yet despite the sheer volume of the records, there isn't a single lie within them. Nor the slightest trace of humanity. Magister Merlin, over here. Like, it's freaky. Like, how can he plan all of this? Like, does he really not care about anyone? Like, genuine? Sia is probably the most demented character in this entire game. I just cannot take it. I found something. And that's even considering the people who have no empathy towards humans, like Ozora and Cryanaya. Raven saving all the songs playlist you sing. Yes! Keeping you awake at night with them. I don't even mind. If I'm, like, sleeping and I hear a shoddy, like a melody, but it would probably sound more crowy. Like, that sounds honestly like a cockatiel, you know, like high-pitched sound. Well, cockatiel can copy your voice pretty well. It would probably be like, shoddy's like a melody. Super late, but the call by ban is strange and weird and reeks of Konami greed, lol. I don't even recall the last time someone had an issue with called by, so it feels very random. You're right. He's more sick than we thought, absolutely. I said we don't know him at all. As cold or colder than Cryanaya. Way colder than Cryanaya. The reason why Cryanaya did what she did was because she didn't value human life. But, like, that's different. You know what I mean? Because she's just, like, some otherworldly individual. You know, like, she's not human. She's not on the same level. So she treated humans like bugs. And same with Azora. Like, she didn't value human life until Perseus. And that was debatable. But it's because they're an entirely different species. Like, do I agree with it? No. Do I think it's demented? Yes. But they have more of a reason to be detached than Sia, who is also literally immortal, like a human. So, like, why is he... How can... There's something wrong with him. Because at least Azora had a semblance of care for Perseus. You know, like a little bit. I found something. Magister Merlin, Envoy Evie, come take... I like how it's M-M-E-E. Come take a look at this. I found these potions. After analyzing, they appear to be a variant of high-level mind control potions. That's horrible. Wait, you know how it said that they need to have willingly and then willingly in quotation marks? Is mind control potion, does that count as consent? But now they don't need it anymore. Welcome in, Destiny! And there's also this discarded specimen report. It details the disposal of a body that died after forced mana. That's horrible! That's horrible! Poor Emerson! The victim's name was Emerson. That's how you know this person is gonna come back at some point. There must be a Graveborn named Emerson, because there's no way that we see them, their name mentioned so many times, and then they're not be important. You know what I mean? Emerson. Okay. Emerson was the same court mage who supposedly died in an accident a while back. Oh. Back then, the Arcane Affairs office stated he died during an experiment gone wrong, but that's clearly not the truth. Emerson's accident perfectly matches the records and research you found. The truth is undeniable. He didn't die in an accident. Thea used him as a... Oh, like, that feels bad to just read. Like, yes, I knew that, but, like, oh... Thea used him as a human test subject to verify the forbidden art, Dark Extraction. I don't even... Like, I just don't like him. Sia is the worst character in this entire game by far. With Emerson gone, a court mage position opened up. That meant a selection had to be held. Throughout all of this, Thea not only completed his forbidden experiment, but also cleared the path to secure Jervin's place in the court. That's crazy. Everyone's eyes drift toward Jervin. He keeps his head down, offering no denial. Clearly, he was a part of the scheme. If the victim is still aware of everything and can speak, then it would be half consent if they're not forced by threat. It said willingly in quotation marks. So, like, yeah, you and I definitely know that consent needs to happen when you're sober. Like, it cannot, like, you have to have your right mind to be able to consent to something. And you have to be, like, awake and all that. But having willing in quotation marks in those notes had me thinking. Like, surely there was some sort of, like, weird ploy that Thea did to try to get people to say willingly. But you know better. While he played his part, when it came to the most critical moment, he made a choice of his own. Explain the truth and how his legs healed. Enough! Why do you insist on bringing up that pointless failed plan? Jervin, you... Don't look at me like that. I just didn't want to owe you anything. Besides, who in their right mind would willingly accept a curse like that? Oh. Oh. Wait, was O and K them? Because that wouldn't make sense, because Sylvan and Jervin, it would be S and G. But still, it said that the caster changed their mind. So could it have been that Jervin was genuinely considering using Sylvan as, like, some sort of, like, as that vessel, like Emerson was? And then he changed his mind and then decided to do it on himself instead? Because he didn't want to hurt Sylvan? Honestly, if that's the case, then I have a lot more sympathy towards Jervin. Because I think mistakes are normal. And then people can make fumbles. But where I have crossed the line, like where I draw the line, is harming someone else. So if he genuinely felt remorse before hurting anyone, then maybe it's okay. Because in the end, he only hurt himself. Why is he still in a wheelchair? Because he's lying. He can walk now. He's just not wanting to. I hope for a few seasons we didn't know him. Hope as part of a conscious, as a classmate was there. I was wrong. He didn't give a hoot. Literally, he didn't give a hoot. Their will be their own will by having it controlled. Yeah. Don't be ridiculous. You glance at the two of them standing there in silence and turn the group's attention back to the ritual circle. Is there something we missed about this circle? You explain Sia's research into forbidden magic and his ultimate goal. It feels strangely familiar. But first, you need to investigate properly. I'll help however I can. What was Sia trying to do here? He was carrying out experiments trying to force the cost onto someone else without their consent. And the target he set his sights on, it was supposed to be me. Magister, that is far too dangerous. This whole thing was a trap designed specifically for you. What if even walking in here was part of his plan? It might be. Cassidy, don't freak me out. You must take this more seriously, Merlin. This is attempted murder. No, it's worse than murder. This is exactly why I've always opposed the use of dark magic. He even fine-tuned the mana frequency so the circle would lock perfectly onto you. Evie's upset. And thank goodness we need someone in our corner. Why the heck you lie? Literally though, literally, I feel like Jervin is a liar. Suddenly I'm reminded of that one YouTube video. I don't know if you've seen it, but basically it's like a little girl and she's doing like a speech. Like for like a class speech, you know, like one of those like valid Victorian speeches, but not valid Victorian. It's like much younger. She's like 5 or something, or like 7 or something. I don't know. But she's a little girl, and basically she's saying that like she's like thankful for everything and she loves her dad and her dad is amazing, but he's a liar. And then he was confused because he was like in the crowd like cheering her on, and basically he said, and she was saying like he lies saying that he's not hungry, and then you like, I don't know if you've seen that video, but it reminds me of that. I need to see Jervin's opinion though. Like, what happened with Jervin? What if he left some kind of failsafe behind? For your own safety, please leave this room at once. Don't worry, I can handle myself. The circle's still incomplete. Don't underestimate me. You explain that Sia has already fallen into the abyss, and the circle in front of you is still incomplete. It looks dangerous, but it can't actually do any harm. Mess it up. Still, Sia's research is alarmingly deep. The high-level dark magic principles woven into that circle, the logic behind how it extracts and transfers power. If you can't fully understand it, it might give you some ideas for... If you can fully understand it, it might give you some ideas for dealing with your current predicament. Honestly, what we need to do is we need to assume that he's making the magic circle again in the abyss. Because if he can make this magic circle in the abyss and still activate his plan, then we could die at any minute, basically. So we need to be careful. We need to be careful. Maybe I don't watch anything outside of live streams and video essays. What do you mean? So we need to make sure we know how this circle operates so that we can safeguard against it, you know? Are you saying you want to deconstruct to solve His Majesty's condition? I can't promise anything. Is M Max? No. I can't promise anything. I need to study it first. If anyone can pull this off, it's me. That's crazy. I need to study it first. The video you were talking about. Oh, yeah. But that's an old video. I don't even know where I saw it. Let me look it up. I don't even know how I could look this up. Like, he live video? Father's Day, maybe? Father's Day? That is crazy that it popped up. How did I find it so quick? It was 5 years ago. If you can reverse engineer the mechanism of this circle, you might find a way where a sacrifice isn't required. If you think it's worth trying, then I'll trust your judgment. Since we have a lead, there's no time to waste. Let's return and report to the Queen. These discoveries, especially this new perspective on dark magic, are things Her Majesty would want to know immediately. Then I'll stay behind and handle the cleanup here. The evidence proving Sia's murdered the former court mage is undeniable. I need to catalog these experiments records and submit them to the courts. What's weird is that he listed the victim E. He said Emerson, but he didn't list the names of the other victims and instead used initials. That was meant to be a question mark, not a comma. I see. I didn't spoil anything, did I? Part 2 is in a few days. I can't unsee or forget Thea as a psycho. Yeah, I knew he was horrible. I didn't pity him. I never pitied that man. Thea has been awful, and I hated him from the beginning. The people that I might owe an apology to are Orion and Jervin. But not a full apology, like a half apology. Not even, though. It's not even an apology. I still think they can make it through, maybe. Depending on how they feel about what they did and how they make amends. I need to catalog these experiment records and submit them to the court. Thank you, Cassidy. As for Jervin's transfer, leave that to me. I'll escort him back to the Hastings Manor with the Royal Guard. Very well. I'm counting on you, Sylvan. Let's go speak with Gwendolyn. Time to meet the Queen again. I wish they didn't name the Queen Gwendolyn, because we also have Gwyneth in this story, and I get kind of confused, because I only read the first and the last letters, so I get confused for a second. So I wish they didn't do that, but still. Have you found anything new? You and Evie recount everything you discovered inside Sia's hidden chamber, especially everything connected to dark magic. Your Majesty, our investigation confirms that Thea achieved a genuine breakthrough. Although using the spell still comes with a price, in theory, that cost can be forcibly transferred onto a third party without their consent. Which means if we find a suitable vessel, a death row inmate perhaps, we could attempt to transfer the cost required to heal the king. Enough, Evie. The laws of the Empire do not permit unlawful execution, let alone the use of a living human as a sacrifice. I'm thankful. Honestly, though, the way that Evie suggested that kind of blew my mind, because we were talking about without cost, and then suddenly she's like, actually, a death row inmate. What? Evie! Calm down! Hold on, I need to cough for a second. I need to cough, so I'm gonna hold on. Okay, I'm back. Guess who? Oh my gosh, I'm back again. Becky's back, so tell a friend. I was kind of hoping he'd dislodge his head from the— what? But he decided to quadruple down instead. Sia? Who? Sia? Because I had no hope for Sia since the beginning. Since with Princess Yelena, like, all of that was straight up unforgivable. What I did was unforgivable and I will pay the price. Golden suits. The Majesty is back, literally. Yeah, Sia. I didn't think he... like, to be honest, I've been a Sia hater, and maybe, to be fair, I think I lean more towards getting angry and mad at a character before I forgive them, generally. Enough, Evie. Okay. But this is different. This is to save the king. It's no different. Maximilian would never allow it. If that's the price of his life is the trampling of the law and the sacrifice of another, he would rather never wake up. Fine. Even if you insist on upholding your principles, I still can't just let you bear the cost yourself. I tend to dislike people first, and then maybe forgive them later. Unless they have a very good reason for why they're doing what they're doing. And then I have more, like, pity for them. Like, for example, N, the villain in Pokemon Black and White. Well, technically he was hardly a villain, but basically he did bad things at first. But the reason why he did them was for the benefit of Pokemon, because he believed that Pokemon were basically being abused by people. So that's why he was in charge of, like, Team Plasma. So, in a way, he was a villain, he was an antagonist, and he did do bad things. However, he did it in a place of love for Pokemon, because he genuinely believed humans were terrible. There are many substitutes for sacrifices. Their original purpose was to emulate violence that couldn't be emulated to know true cruelty is evil in an age of slow news and special effects. I don't know what you mean, Wilden. If something happens to you, what happens to the Empire that only just regains stability? What will happen to Princess Peggy? Gwendolyn, don't rush into this. There are countless people who still need you. You reminded her that the Queen of the Lightbearer Empire, her safety is tied to the fate of the countless lives. Merlin, Evie, I am firm in this, not just out of a wife's devotion, but it is also my duty as queen. The Empire needs its king. The political landscape needs stability. This is my duty, and I need my husband. That is my heart. I once watched him take his oath under the savannah sun, so full of life, and now all I can do is watch him waste away on that bed. Watching life fade from one you love, that pain is far worse than any backlash forbidden magic could inflict. But your majesty, doesn't the king feel the same for you? He wouldn't want to wake up knowing the risk you took. If he wakes up and finds out that you sacrificed, how could he live with himself? No, like, this is a genuine statement that Gwendolyn needs to think about. Because, assuming best case scenario, she dies and he lives. Then he will forever know that the reason he's alive is because his wife died. Isn't that horrible? Would you wish that for somebody? That's awful. It reminds me of Dean Angel, because there was an exact moment like that, and that episode tore me apart. I'm just saying, because it happened multiple times. He traded his... So first, he went to war to protect her. And then he died, and she sacrificed her life to bring him back. But then he found out, and then sacrificed his life to save her again. And then she did it again, and it was horrible. Like, his goals would only be expedited if it were to work with Merlin. Granted, if we were playing the shipping card, this would be way more compelling if Merlin was a female. The reality is we have works better if Merlin is male. What? I know the Merlin Sia ship is a thing on Twitter. I hate it. I don't understand that pairing. I guess I kind of understand it like Tsundere, but I don't think that's his personality. I genuinely think he's psychotic. I think the fans have, like, taken the personality that we've seen and then ran with it. But I don't think that's his genuine feeling. I think he doesn't really care about anybody but himself. And he lets his envy tear him apart. But Merlin is whoever you are, because you're Merlin in this story. So you can make whoever your OC is, that's it. I mean, before he went off the deep end, yeah, he had more before all of this. Like, before this, everything I learn about him, I like him less. If he wakes up and... Okay. I cannot afford to care about that anymore. Whoa. Both I and this empire need him awake, regardless of what it costs me. Even if it costs you your lifespan, even your life. If the worst should happen, I will accept it. But Merlin, with you by my side, I truly believe it won't come to that. Am I wrong? You are the greatest mage of this era. I know you won't just stand there and let something happen to me. Do not push this back on me. Literally, do not push this back on me. You're doing this on your own. That's emotional blackmail, you know. I won't help you use dark magic. I'm gonna say that's emotional blackmail. I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just telling you how much I trust you. That's crazy. You sigh, looking at her in the eye as you draw your line in the sand. You tell Gwendolyn that if there's a way, you will save Maximilian, but you will never use the kind of dark magic Sia relied on, magic built on plunder and sacrifice. I knew you would say that. If you had agreed immediately, you wouldn't be the Merlin I know. Since we've both rejected Sia's methods, that only leaves one path. We'll do it ourselves and refine the dark magic. Exactly. Anything Sia does, I can do better. Anything you can do, I can do better. But low-key. Then let us collaborate once more. Giving our heart and substitutes of love like Totem can easily fill the void of sacrifices, records, horror movies, news. Already aid in knowing killing is bad and evil. Right. Like, honestly, all of this... Oh, and hi, Ty! I didn't see you there earlier. But Sia is ridiculous. As a character, he irritates me. He irritates me so much. And he irritates me because he's not even, like, a good villain. Like, he's second best. And that's what that's what tears me apart too. Cause like, you're not even the best at being bad. You know what I mean? Because he would be so, because he would become so callous that he'd throw away every chance to be friends with female Merlin. Are you shipping Sia and Merlin? Then let's collaborate one more. This reminds me of 20 years ago, back when we would spend whole nights arguing, experimenting, and calculating to crack a magical theory. You may not remember because of your amnesia, but it doesn't matter. We can make new memories. In fact, shall we make a wager? Let's see who can first devise a stable, refined version of that array. And whoever loses must grant the winner one request. You're on. No backing out when you lose. In that case, I'll be the witness. Then let's begin and see who claims victory in the end. Not specifically, but more like fanfiction. I see. You see, I have no idea about the inner workings of Sia Merlin. I've not seen it. To be fair, for me, when I, like, see it, I just move past it. You know, I don't like it. I just don't understand the appeal of Sia, personally, and I don't even like tsunderes. For me, I like characters who are soft and sweet, and that's exactly who Sia is not. Even Arendor, I feel, does everything that Sia does, but is a better person. Like, even the Arendor trailer, he's a good guy. Like, he wants to save people. Because he knows how to turn people into Graveborns too, apparently. Is this common knowledge? How can so many Graveborns do this? Because Ludovic knew how to do it. Hodgkin had the Bantus Empire artifact and he could do it. There's so many people who have the power to turn other people into Graveborns. But anyway, so Arendor could also do it, and that's what he did in his trailer. Original animal sacrifices were known. Cruelty and repentance records, wisdom, and teaching texts have changed that now. Let us begin. See who claims victory in the end. Honestly, it can work with male Merlin too. Like, at some point, Sia teams up with Merlin to deal with Dura. Honestly, that would have been cool, but that would require Sia to change, to be a good person. But he's not. Or even kind of repentful. You know, like, if you have some sort of remorse, then I can see that working. And then Dura has to be evil. We don't know she's evil yet. I don't like her. I get the heebie-jeebies from her. This time, I won't lose to you. With the wager made, the two of you throw yourselves into your research. In the days that follow, the royal library and the mystical house remain illuminated deep into the night. Sia's papers are dismantled and analyzed piece by piece as you attempt to reconstruct a path to life from the twisted circuits of the dark magic. Unfinished chapter? No! No, it just got to the good part! Sia, I mean not Sia. I cannot believe I called you Sia. But Wilden, when is the next season? Nah, I'm in the Dura is true evil camp. I honestly agree, Dime. Something about her gives me the heebie-jeebies and I cannot explain it. But Evie has made her redemption. You know, like, I realized that I was wrong about Evie. So I could be wrong about Dura, right? I don't think I am. I still dislike Dura. But I wonder, like, we don't know enough about her. And I'm very curious. I think she's evil. To be honest, I think she's evil, or at least hiding something. At least self-serving. I don't think she's pure good like everybody else says. I have no clue why you found Evie suspicious. You have no clue? Dime, don't say that. Don't say that. Because remember how we were in, where was it? Where even is it? What is it called? This is so cute, this picture. Get Sia's hand out of here, but where is it? I forgot which chapter it was, but with Zany and all of that. She wasn't suspicious to you back there? She's literally done nothing to count as such. Really? Because I was suspicious of Evie for the longest, back over in Brimstone Village. But she got cleared when we realized that her teacher was actually the queen, or that she was working on behalf of the queen, who is one of the Arcane Council members. She just showed up to do a job, but she was suspicious. Okay, maybe she wasn't suspicious, but I thought she was. What is this? Oh, it's some tower defense thing. Okay. Ooh, but not anymore. I'm in control. I have the stage you can't... Why is it glowing? Is there something that I'm missing here? But not anymore. I'm in control. Dura is a mystery. Latest of First Merlin, who was during the First Divine War 2,000 years ago, helping soon to be the future Celestial. I'll see the store and settings. You see, I still don't like First Merlin. Merlin the First. After I found out she was Dura, I was fine with that. But it did taint my view of her, because she was out here making a big deal out of killing corrupted gods and goddesses, right? But like Azora hadn't even been corrupted yet, and she wanted to kill Azora for the longest. Seraphil, it made sense because she wants to preserve life. So then that made sense that she would get rid of Seraphil because he had already been corrupted. But she was so happy when Azora fell that it really set me off the edge. And I still don't trust her. I guess we already finished what we could. So what I'm gonna do is do a little bit of the collab stuff. This delicious break. But not anymore. I'm in control. I have the stage, you can't turn the page. Now do as you're told. Focus on me. I'll be all that they see. I'll make them sway, you can't turn away. Didn't our meddling lead to her becoming fallen? Partially. Because the reason she fell was because Perseus died, right? So if Perseus had stayed home, then she wouldn't have fallen. If Merlin the First put some sort of barrier, because she was as strong as Dura, you know, she is Dura. So if she had put a spell to protect him in any type of way, then that also would have protected him. If he had wore the chain that Azura gave him, then he would have been she would have been safe. He would have been safe too. There were so many reasons that so many ways that he could have been saved, but he didn't. And it didn't work like that. But what I'm really upset about is that she smiled when Perseus died. So that's my biggest beef with her. Because she was like, oh, now I have a reason to like kill you or whatever. So that's what really bothered me. It's like she was waiting for that moment for Perseus to die so that she could get rid of Azora. What the? Like, her first instinct was, yes, we did it. We made her fall. Not, oh my gosh, my friend is dead. What was that? It was here. Ooh, I'm tripping. What the? I forgot all of this. Ooh, the bottle? I'm in control. I have the stage, you can't... Oh my gosh, I'm messing up every single one of these. Wait. Oh shoot, what? The game literally felt so bad, it was like, don't worry, we'll help you. Is it this one? Yes, thank goodness, right? Fish? I don't know where the fish is. This was the salad though, right? Fish. You're a rich fish, you're a rich fish, you're a rich fish. I wish there wasn't a gacha game. We'd be endgame right now and the story could have a little neat wrap up. But the reason why it didn't have... So it's not a problem of gacha. It's just that any live service game is going to go through this. But the reason I like that it's gacha and a live service game is because I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't free, you know what I mean? So I'm okay with waiting, because all good things take time, right? Game both helping and mocking you at the same time, literally. I want this little digi thing. I know we've seen candy, I just don't know where it is. Was it this? Oh, dang it. You see, they're both meat, so that's why I was... I'm scared. I don't want it to give me another hint. Oh, we just saw that, right? This is disrespectful. Stop this. Oh, that's a salad. This is the meat, right? Shoot, there's 3 different meats. This. Candy. Salad. That's meat. Oh, salad. This is not Arby's. We met First Merlin 10,000 trying to make their home less an arcane arena for corrupted deities. The Second Divine War began 8,000 years when Hypofiends and Hypogeans started rising as a new chaotic force. I don't mind her fighting against the Hypogeans and Hypofiends. That made sense, but she shouldn't have been meddling with other gods and goddesses. You know what I mean? Especially how the Wildborn were okay serving under Azora. I knew I saw that cake somewhere, and then I forgot completely where it was. Should I lock in, or should I just continue not to care? Oh, shoot! The meats are confusing me. Okay, this is this one, right? I need to remember them in my head, not as meat. Where is the bottle? Okay, here it is. But as the kind of item they are. Like steak specifically. Okay, just 2 more and then we can have the little digi thing. This is why single-player games are superior, and the most annoying part in gacha games can have good story or gameplay, but it's completely trashed by needing to be live service. I get that, but at the same time, they need to make money somehow, right? And I'm not about to pay outright, you know what I mean? Ooh. I know I saw that already, I just don't know where it is. Buy it on sale, but I don't buy things. The only time I'll buy something is if it's like a cosmetic or something that I really like in a game that I've already tried and enjoyed. Where? I'm tripping. Okay. Like, I haven't bought a game in years. The most recent game I actually bought was Big Walk. Because my friend really wanted to play it. And they always play every game with me. So I was like, okay, I'll buy it, I'll buy it. But Dime, you'll be happy to know I actually decided not to buy the new Gwen. The Fairy Court. Even though I loved it. Even though it was so beautiful. I decided not to buy it. Because you're right that I don't really play the main League game. So I was like, alright. I won't get it. Even though I want it. One meat is ribs and the other has an eye like a fish. This should be it, right? Yay! I got the Digivice! Your lack of common kitchen supplies is a testament, lol. I bought Pal World as well, but I bought Pal World years ago. Let me check my Steam. Hold on, I have to check. Now I'm curious. When did I buy Pal World? My only reason I was against it was because because the skins are gacha, no? No, that one you buy it outright. So it would have been like $15 or something. It wasn't a gacha, it was just to buy it. And hello, Brony! How are you? And that's my Digivice. I'm doing fantastic. The one where skins are the gacha is this game. There's some cosmetics that are gacha related, which I'm so upset by because I actually saw a super beautiful one that someone had. It was like a whole veil, like blindfold thing, and you know how I love veils and blindfolds. So when I saw it on them, I was like, oh my gosh, where did you get it? And they were like, it's the gacha. And I was like, no! Because the gacha in this game, actually, in AFK Journey, the gacha for the heroes is whatever. You have infinite, basically. But the gacha for cosmetics is kind of expensive. So I'm not really gonna do that. Unless it's like incredibly, incredibly, incredibly juicy. But that's my biggest argument with AFK Journey, that the cosmetics are too hard to get. I don't even know where they got it. It's the resonating... How do you go there? This is another issue that I have with AFK Journey. There are so many buttons that I get confused. It's here, right? Rosy Cosmetics. This. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Not this. This is whatever. I don't really care about this. But this, like, hair thing. Why is it not here? Like, I don't want the actual hair. Although I do like this hair, I wish it was brown, but... That's another thing. Why can't I change the color? Where do they get this halo? Like, it's literally this one, but I can't, like, zoom in on it for some reason. Prize pool here. Like, I loved it. Like, I love it! It's pretty to me. But this gacha is ridiculous. This actually looks pretty too, but I didn't see this. I love the wings. With the eyes, it's pretty. And I like this halo too. I wish it was tilted the other way. Not like this, but on the back of the head. I feel like that would have been cute. A less egregious, if only a league had PvE mode. There is, but it's... Like, you can put all bots if you want. I actually have... Wait, I have 20 of these. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? Shoot, I have 20 of them. How did I get these? Where do these even come from? Was it some sort of, like, apology thing? Oh, you can turn these? I must have got this. I don't know where I got this because I never bought this. I'm gonna do one. Just one, because there might be one better. Oh! Dang it! What if we did 5? Okay, 4 more, okay? If we don't get it in 4, that's it. I'm leaving. Was that the other one? Was that... What is this? Okay, so we have 3. So with this, it's 2. With this, it's 1. Right? 1 more? No, that's it. We did the 5. That's terrible. I got nothing. I kind of want it, though. But it's fine. What else do we have? Oh, this is gorgeous, too. Oh, my gosh. Can I try it on, please? This is pretty, too. If this was black... Let me actually look at this, but imagine it with black and red. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I don't really like metal. So it's probably fine. I didn't realize she had a sleepy, like what's it called? Pajamas. And I have a bunch of these tickets. Do I want anything? Shape-shifting scroll. I don't really want this. This does not really intrigue me because I'm not really a glasses girly. I'm not really a weapon girly. Hammy staff. Oh, that's cute. I'm not that crazy about it. I could get this. It's the exclusive set. No. This is not my style. The hair is intriguing on this one, but... Actually, on this one, the hair is intriguing, but it's not that good. The makeup? I don't necessarily care that much. This is my biggest issue with AFK Journey. Where are the cosmetics? Oh, this is actually free. Like, it's coins. So I'm gonna actually spend my coins to get some of this. Just because it's free. You got the pajamas? Nice. They're cute. Eevee's not for me, though. Like, I don't really care that much about Eevee. What is this? I'm gonna get all of the outfit pieces. Like, I don't think I'd ever wear any of these. Well, maybe this. Maybe sometimes. And then I'll grab this hair just because it's a feminine hair. This is pretty. This hair would have been gorgeous if it was the right color. And I do like this, like, fruit thing. What is this? This hair would have been nice, too. Not as pretty as the other one. Oh, I remember this. This is pretty hair, too. And I like this thing. What the... Wings? This is pretty. And I actually like this dress. I don't really like the color because it's green. You know how I have a vendetta against green. But if they had made this yellow and brown, that would have been everything. I do like these shoes, though. These shoes are impeccable. The hair is pretty cute, too. Honestly, how much is this? How did I not know this was a thing? I still don't have enough money for it, but still. The Evergreen Tribute set. This is pretty. You see, if I had this hair, I would actually use it. But I don't have it, so. This is the same as the other one. Dressing up an avatar that doesn't even see combat or any kind of action feels lame. Does it to you? I actually love it. I just want cosmetics that don't cost an arm and a leg. This Tassie skin makes me sick. How much is this? You have to do this gacha to get the currency to get that outfit. Like, these are egregious. Let me check the noble path and then see if there's any cosmetic associated with these. Oh, I actually like this. I think I saw this before stream because I got curious and I wanted to click it. But like, it's kind of cute, right? Like, it's not entirely my style, but I kind of like it. We got 3 side quests this season. One is part 2 quest. Oh, interesting. What was this outfit? You know what's bad when I don't even look at these outfits anymore? Where's the outfit? Did I pass it? Level 25? Level 25. It should be somewhere around here. Oh, it's like court mage outfit. This is kind of cute, but not really. Oh! Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Look, these jewel things. I think I bought this battle pass once or twice. That might be where I got it from. Oh, I see. So if you've been doing the battle pass, then you can get the gacha. I see. Like the Shining Nikki game feels like a better compromise. That was nice. I'd wear that. Oh yeah, yeah. I have not seen it, Brony. It was so bad that pretty much every fandom on the internet went LOL. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. And what was this one? Level 25? Level 25. This. I gotta say, I'm not hopeful. No, I hate this. Oh, but I like the pattern on the back. I like the pattern. I just wish it was like more dress than cloak. And then remove this. Like this is too much up top, I think. That my young life was a fleeting dream apart from my own. For what else could I see? My father was a doctor and medic in war. He was executed, martial justice. I was born with a mystery ailment. My mom spent up her savings. Check the compass. Remember the maid looking for Peggy? Check the compass. Okay, okay. I've seen it. You've seen the... What was it? Lesbian Space Princess? On the task gives crystals. That's where you got yours. I see. One of the tasks gives crystals. I didn't know that. Okay. So the gacha is still something pretty rare, but it's not like...
Well, let's begin our lesson.
But it's not impossible, which honestly makes me more happy with... Oh, dang. Recruit 2 in the Noble Tavern. Oh, let's go ahead and do this. Do we want Matt or Ty? Let's do Ty. I mean Matt.
Hi.
Didn't get what we wanted. That's alright. My mom spent up her savings to hire the best doctor in town. Countless nights she Why don't I have space for her? I liked it, however, the hate is almost nonsensical. Really? It was very early 2000s web animation coded. I see. Interesting. I thought it was live action, but let me check. Let me check it out.
Grow strong and rise.
Oh! This is entirely different than what I thought it would be. Try the training to get stronger on crossover map in battles Digimon training. I see. You said the training to get stronger on crossover map. I see. I didn't even know there was a training button. It is 100% raunchy, so like don't assume it's innocent little movie. I see.
Hey! Hold it right there!
I didn't hear about it until it came out, so I've only heard bad things about it. The goddess witnessed without seeing, curse me with unjust, just for the bullying, weak, freak, and plague. I'm burdened with such names. Ooh, fancy. You saw it closer to when it came out? Nice. So you got the full... Don't forget the crossover store. Some emojis and copies of some heroes. Yes, yes, yes. I'll do that. Let me actually check it out now before I forget. Oh, this is cute. So I don't have enough points for them all yet. But I think I want... Let me see. Hold on. Which one should I get? Should I get like Agumon? Gabumon? Probably not Matt, because low-key I'm a Matt hater. This is cute. I'll get this. And then, I like Gabumon, I just don't like Matt. I'll get this, because it's cute. And then we'll come back to it. Because hopefully we get like more gems and stuff. The JP voices send me. I'm so painfully used to their NA voices, LOL. To be fair, I don't really remember their voices. It's been a long time since I watched Digimon. I should probably watch it again. One thing that I really like about AFK Journey is that they do take their time with these crossovers. And they don't just like slap them in. They try to match the style. They try to make some sort of story. They get the original voice actors, or at least close to it. I know Fairy Tail had the original actors. I didn't actually check Digimon though. The beginning of 01 is very slow. Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like I watched a few episodes recently, but like I pretty much stopped. Because I was trying to rewatch it with a friend, but my friend just like bailed. Okay, so I lost right here. Welcome in! My phone is having issue. I needed to see. Thank you so much for, I believe, the raid. Yes, yes, it was a raid. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Rebecca. I'm a variety VTuber, V-singer, voice actress. Currently, we're playing AFK Journey, but you can find me playing all sorts of games, like AFK Journey, Mabby, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Always 1:30 p.m. PDT. And I'm doing fantastic. How was your birthday, by the way, though? I feel like I haven't spoken to you much after your birthday, but what did you do? Did you have fun? And then also, what did you do for today's stream? What is this? So with AFK Journey right now, there's a Digimon crossover. Oh, this is what you were talking about. Can you pat my head? Sure. I love spending time with you. I love spending time with you. This is cute. What is this even? What does this do? I guess we'll just do it because I don't know what this does. What is this? I met a chameleon. It was a lot of fun. Ooh, nice! This is a training to boost stats in battle. Nice. Select partner skill. Potential skill. What I'm gonna do is actually this one. Relax with a song. Ay, ay, ay! Potential points are full. Select one of the two potential skills to make your training more effective. Immediately grants you 40 training items. The next training session grants 2 times the stats. Magister, your selected potential skill appears here. Use it at the right time to get much better results from training. I see. I'm not going to do this yet because I don't have a lot of these crystal things. Does Gabumon have his own, or is it shared? It's shared. No, it's not. It's not. They're different. I have to go make dinner, but if you're still alive when I get back, I'll stick around. Well, sounds good. Enjoy your meal. Increase Tai Chi and Agumon's affinity by 100. That's easy. We can do that. So we have to basically play with him. Where is he? I don't even see him. I know I have Ty. I just don't know where he is. What? Did I skip him again? I have to go slow. Slowly. And thank you so much for the raid again. And if anybody is here from the raid and you need to take a break, feel free to do so. This is so cute. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like how he takes care of Agumon. It makes me happy. Okay, so we need to increase their affinity, right? So I can probably give them gifts because I have not used this mechanic ever, basically. So I have a lot of these like things I can give them. Okay, I guess I didn't have as much as I thought. Let me see if any of these are reaching their cap. Okay. Wait, let's read these. I'm not gonna read this, actually. Let's wait for them all to unlock, if that. Then Digimon becomes Eldritch Abomination. Imagine. To hire the best doctor in town. Countless nights I lied awake praying. The goddess witnessed without seeing. Curse me with unjust, just for the bullying. Weak, freak, and plague. I'm burdened with such names. Okay, so what I think we need to do is instead of having Granny Danny, I think we need to have a healer, Quinn. I wouldn't be against a watch party type deal, plus I can handle the double speed. We might do it because I feel like a lot of people have seen Digimon, so I don't think it would be so bad to watch it on ×2. What does this guy do? I actually really like King Roland, specifically Little Fox, but I like Roland himself the more I see him. He's magic, not support. I live for the support, the support, the support. We live for the applause, live for the applause, live for the... I hope this is enough. If this isn't enough, we'll get Graveborn team going. Or maybe even like Celestials, because don't the twins heal? This is rough. I live for the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause, live for the applause, applause, live for the way that you cheer and scream for me. The applause, applause, applause. Give me the thing that I love. I'll turn the lights on. Put your hands up, make them touch. Make it real loud. APPLAUSE. APPLAUSE. Applause, applause. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If only fame had an IV, baby, could I bear being away from you? I found the vein, put it in here. I live for the applause. So I have a feeling what I need to do is switch these out, because I don't really feel like we need a tank with this kind of boss. We need to focus more on healers and damage dealers. So what I want to do is there a like a button I can do to... Yes. So we want the supports. And like, yeah. King Roland? But you're not a support.
Forward with
what is your thing? The first... What is your... Oh, he is a support. I thought he was... Okay, I didn't even read that right, I guess. What is your ultimate? Cleanses debuffs from allies, redistribute redistributes their HP percentage and grants them temporarily max HP boost until gradual decay. Interesting. We'll do that, and then we'll do twins.
It's our turn to take the stage.
I think. I hate their little thing because I don't really understand how it works. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't know what makes it work. Because isn't it supposed to, like, reach in some people's view? You see? Look, Agumon is connected. I don't really get how it works, though. If only fame had an ivy, baby, could I bear? You see, she's connected. Being away from you, I found the vein, put it... I'm gonna just leave it like this. I don't really know what's going on. Let's see if that works, and then they heal. Can you read up on how it works? Does it have a tooltip? What do you mean a tooltip? What? Okay. So my goal is to just keep them alive. And honestly, this hodgepodge team is actually kind of working. Wait, no, my healers died. Well, Roland is still alive. This hodgepodge team won. Thank you, Roland. If only fame had an ivy, baby, could I bear? Is Agumon still connected? No, he's not. Roland is connected now. Honestly, this might be all we need. If Roland and Hwin are connected. Let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out how this works. Greatly increase all allies' haste, making the allies linked through stellar bound unaffected. This is so much.
Let's dance under the starlight.
This team is kind of crushing it. I live for the applause, applause. Metal Gurumon. Ooh, they all went down here. Why am I getting nothing for him? Well, evidently not anything for you either, but... Dreaming of the stars on high that speak to me in secret sighs. Trying to find out where the store is. Oh, this is the store? Okay. So I want to get these more than the champion stuff, because I care about this far more. Hate Matt, love Gabumon. Literally. Roland is one of the most powerful buffers in the support yet, especially after ranking high in X weapon upgrades. Nice. Kind of want to get more of Gabumon. Because I feel like these are kind of special. I don't know. I don't talk to anybody on here. But if I did, I would want these little thingamajiggies. What is this? When does this come into use to challenge resource things? Is this a training schedule? What? I live for the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause, live for the applause, applause, live for the... Wait, you can get a little... I didn't realize this. You can get their little headgears. That's kind of cute. Do the other crossovers have that, or is that just them? Try the wide brown tile to get more treats for training, okay? Oops, I clicked the wrong button. The brown tile? These? Ah, I see, that's where it is. Okay, they're in the range of that, so that's fine. How did they die immediately? Okay, let me try to rework the plan. Let's get a tank on the field. So let's remove the twins, because they're confusing me. Let's go ahead and put you back here, you up there, and then let's bring in a tank. Low-key, I actually feel like Olmus might be a better choice, but we'll do this for now. Oh shoot, they're dying quick. Let's go back. And then go on the brown tile over here. Nope, that's not a brown tile. This is a brown tile. And then let's remove you and then put the twins back. Where are the twins? There.
It's our turn to take the stage.
Okay. After enough clicking, I finally did it. Honestly, I feel like this position might even be better. How did Matt go down so easily? Gabumon, no! Wait, let's bring back a tank. Let's do this. And then bring back a tank. Because with single, it's better to have a tank, right? So instead of Win, let's go do you instead. And then put you behind. They're already dead, the twins. Okay, so that worked. And then now we can do the sweep, right? Let's go ahead and do all of it. Nice! And we got more of those point things, too. And let's go over here. Training Gabumon. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Change into digital champions to save the digital world. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champion. Okay, the next 3 refresh costs no refresh attempts. I don't care about that. The next 2 training sessions cost 50% less training items. Let's do that. Change into digital champions to save the digital world. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. I would activate this, but they're only costing 10 right now. I want to wait until they're more expensive. Next, I don't care about this. Change into digit. Put the dishes away. Come closer. Training with you is so much fun. Into digital champions to save the digital world. Look to the past as we head towards the future to reclaim the digital world. With faith in ourselves and trust in each other, we live by the lessons we learned as we work towards one solution through a spirit evolution. I am the one. Hey, I am the one. Digimon, together united as one. Together the battles are won. Through us let your spirit evolve. If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. Enjoyed grilled fish. Cool off in the shade. Rest on the grass. Raises the lowest stat to 100% of the highest stat. Nice. Immediately great. We'll do that. Oh, this is fire. Can we do multiple? This. Through us let your spirit evolve. The next 2 training sessions grant this. The next 2 training... Oh, it's the same thing, right? No, it's different. I'm getting tired. Okay, let's do a refresh. Actually, yeah, that's not what I wanted, but let's do that. And then that. And then refresh. 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 Okay. Digimon together, united as one. Through us let your spirit evolve. If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. Okay, I think I'm getting a hang of this. All the stats are maxed out. It's time to put the training to the test and raise the bond level. Breakthrough. Tap here to start a bond battle. Win the battle to unlock higher stat caps. Some boosts are powerful combined. This is fine.
Well, let's begin our lesson.
I almost want to put another tank here.
Power of the force.
Lorson? What is Lorson doing over here?
Yattana!
Yay! Inspires all allies in the battlefield, increasing their energy recovery by 10%. Immediately grants this training potential. I'm gonna do this because it just looks interesting to have the average. We're gonna do this. If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. So when's the next story drop? I have no idea. Wilden, do you know? The max level is 5 for each 8,000 stats, and you can finish all maps areas easily. Nice. Do you know when the next story drops? Ooh, I shouldn't have done that one because they're all averaged now. No, it doesn't. No, it isn't. So I'm going to use this. And then do this. Let's go ahead and do that then. Keep getting these. I'm going to grab these. Immediately grants, redistributes this highest stat evenly between the other stats. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do this. 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 And we'll do that one. Now they're averaged. The next 2 training cost that. We're going to go ahead and do that. Like, this takes a while, I won't lie. Like, this is kind of tedious. Increases the lowest stat. The next training costs this. The next costs this, but grants 5 times. Come on! Immediately grants this. Okay. I'm bored of doing all that. Although we're almost done. Let's go over, and I just looked at the time. Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time is it? Do you know what time is it? Actually, one thing I want to check before we go anywhere is I want to see if they tell us what the next thing is. What the next story drop is. I don't see it. It could potentially be after this collab in 14 days. That could be one option. And for now, we are going to raid out. It's time to raid. And I think we're going to raid out to Pei, who is playing Mabinogi. If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. Arendor? What about him? I like him. I think he's a pretty cool character. I like him, and he has fashion style. Like, he has taste. And I really like that about him. But today, we are going to be raiding out to Pei. So we played AFK Journey. We caught up with the second season. So basically, we know that Jervin hurt himself to be able to walk again. He's from the House Hastings criminal family, basically. But he didn't want to hurt Sylvan. Although Sia apparently pitched it. I don't know, have we seen him yet? Yeah. We've seen Arendor. I'll show you. I don't think he's in the Mystical House or the Noble Tavern just yet. I don't think he's here. But he's the Solitaries guy. So the Gravesborn who trades information for information. The gambling guy? Yes. But yes, thank you so much for everyone who came. We are going to be raiding out to Pei, who is playing Mabinogi right now. They are apparently just standing here. I don't know. But they're right by Fefiato, so they might be doing techs. But have a good night or morning. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Bye! Bye. Don't wanna be a fool for you. Few days. Oh, the 2nd of the month? That's amazing. Thank you, Wilden.